Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we'll be taking a look at 181 Aquarium right here. We'll be doing a store tour, so we'll be taking a look at what they have. And it's raining right now, so if it's a little bit loud, sorry about that. Like, this is one of the best days I can find to do a tour on this place. So let's go and take a look. So this is the entrance of 181 Aquarium. You can see it looks pretty nice. There's a nice paludarium set up over here, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. But over here, there's like a seating area. There's some products outside which you can look at to buy. But yeah, we can have something to eat there. There's a little table. You can have a chat. Like this guy right here is a fish supplier, so sometimes he'll chat with the owner about stuff. That's really cool. And then right here is some of the live foods. You can see here you've got a nice bag of Daphnia. I think these are like $1 per bag. And live fish, which are $2. I'm not really into feeding live fish. Some people like them. Over here you've got earthworms, a box of earthworms for $10. You've got crickets, which go for $3. And then super worms, which are also $3. And then there's supposed to be mealworms here, but currently they're sold out. I think they're coming in today. And I really want to get some mealworms. Over here you've got a paludarium. Pretty nice looking. It's been set up for a couple of months now, so the plants have grown in really nicely and it looks really good. Look at this, all this flowering stuff. Really nice. You've got a little waterfall over there. Just a trickle of water. Really awesome. Look at that. And then you've got some koi guppies. I think a lot of the fish in here have been sold. If you've watched my paludarium video on this tank, you would have seen a lot more fish in here, but quite a number of them have been sold now. And you can see some banana plants. I got my banana plant from here, and it's been doing pretty well, so that's good. And then over here you've got some plants, some cactuses, some succulents, as well as some plants for your paludariums. So yeah, let's go and take a look inside now. So that's the entrance, 181 Aquarium. Alright, so as we walk in, you can see that this store uses its space to its full potential. You can see fish food up there, filters as well. We'll take a closer look later. You can see fish tanks above these tanks where he puts the fish in. And yeah, even in the front, just up here, you can see a bunch of equipment. And let's take a look at some of the tanks. So this tank is a ADA tank right here. The store owner actually set this tank up a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and you can see the plants have grown in really nicely. I'll put some pictures of it when he was just setting it up. In a few weeks time, this tank will look really cool. So these are Monte Carlo, and it's an Iwagumi scape, right? Iwagumi, right? Yeah. The rock design. And yeah, we'll see in a few weeks or a few months how this tank turns out. I wonder what fish he's gonna put in there. He was saying something like cardinal tetras, but I'm not too sure. I think something like this would be nice. Some of these Brigitae rosboras, but that's his decision. He can put whatever he wants in there. You can see up here in this tank you've got a bunch of little community fish, some silver tip tetras, some of those red-eye tetras or whatever they're called. You've also got some black neon tetras, which are really nice looking. And you can see the small little, what are they called? The small little golden white cloud minnows. And on this side there are some slightly larger golden white cloud minnows. And I got some of those fish. Those fish are really beautiful. So these two are shrimp tank. They're kind of low on shrimp right now. You can see this one has some of those Brigitae rosboras, which are really nice looking. It's kind of hard to focus in on them. Here's one. But the shrimp, there's not many shrimp right now. You can see some yellow shrimp here. And on this side, there's some cherry shrimp. A few days ago, I saw some really nice orange shrimp, as well as some really shrimp. And down below, there's not many fish in this section, but you've got some of these dwarf neon rainbow fish, as well as some panda cories. And then in the tank beside, you've got some of these cories. I think these are peppered cories. I'm not too sure. If you know, definitely comment down below. And you can see some long fin bushy nose plecos. And then over here you've got some snails. And then below you can see there's a bunch of plants. These are all kind of hardy plants, and you can put them in aquariums. There's some like Java fern here, some anubias. I prefer getting the anubias that are in the fish tanks, but if you want, you can get them like this. And you'll see in the tanks below, he uses them to put substrate and stuff like that. So you can see underneath the tanks as well, there's a whole bunch of substrates, even on this side. And then in the tanks back there, there's some like feeder fish which he quarantines, and that's where he keeps the feeder fish. So yeah, let's move on to this section right now. So this section here, there's some guppies, and you can get them as pairs. So this side has the male guppies. You can see some really nice red ones, and there are some blue ones as well that are really good looking, like this. Take a look at that. And then I also saw a sky blue, albino sky blue. Look at this. And then over here are the female guppies. Alright, let's move down now. So down here you've got some beautiful swordtails. Look at this. These were one of the very first fish I kept. It was like mostly my mom, because my mom liked these fish a lot. I think these are probably her favorite fish. And then you've got a school of Pristella tetras over there. And then over here, you've got some beautiful Dumbo-eared guppies. And you've got some of those diamond tetras, I think they're called. As well as some green neon tetras, like this one. And I also saw a really nice whiptail catfish in there. Then down below here, we've got a Fahaka puffer. We'll see if we can get a video of this guy eating a clam. That's really cool. And then over here, there's I don't see a lot. I just see this guppy over here. I think I just saw a fry as well. A little guppy fry. Then in the tank beside, you've got some Amano shrimp. These shrimp are really good at cleaning the glass and cleaning algae. Not cleaning the glass, I meant algae. So if you have algae in your tank and you don't have any big fish, definitely try out Amano shrimp. Alright, now over here you've got some more really beautiful looking guppies. These ones, the colors are just so stunning. Look at that. And then the females over here. One pair is $10 for this. You can see it's written over there. I wish they'd say like for every fish how much they were and what type of fish they were. Over here, these are some Endler guppies. And then down below, you've got a few different fish. You've got some Danios there. You've got this koi swordtail, and then you've got some of this stirby Corydoras. Look at that. Alright, now the tank beside that, you've got some German blue rams here, as well as some Colombian tetras and Pristella tetras. And the Colombian tetras are beautiful, especially when they eat. Man, they go crazy. So you see these little cups here? This is where they put tubifex worms to feed them. So this is a glass type, which is I think $6. 6 Singapore dollars, which is probably 4 to 5 US dollars. And then here you've got plastic ones, which are $1 or 50 cents, I think. So yeah, you put your tubifex worms in there, and then the fish will try to munch at them. Look at this cory. It looks like a Julie cory. Alright, now let's go below. And over here you've got some really beautiful tuxedo koi guppies. Man, just gorgeous. Look at that. And then the tank beside, you've got some glow light tetras as well as albino glow light tetras. And then you've got some Espe rasboras, which are also known as the lamb chop or pork chop rasboras. And then here you've got some ember tetras. Man, ember tetras are so beautiful. And down below, as I said earlier, you've got your substrate, different types of substrate. Now let's go up to this section. Over here, just one goldfish in this tank. Look at that. What type of goldfish is that? Is that a ryukin or something? I like his colors. Then over here you've got some of this. I think they're called pearl scale goldfish. I'm not too sure. I think I've watched enough Solid Gold Aquatics videos to know that that's called a pearl scale. And then over here you've got some of these red cap orandas. These are probably one of my favorite types of goldfish. And then here you've got some wild caught cardinal tetras. Look at this guy. That's a nice looking Endler guppy there. Yeah, but wild caught cardinal tetras. And then down here, there's not many in this tank as well, but you've got a few guppies. This guppy is pretty cool looking. Black with some blue coloration. And then up there, look at this. Man, for some reason I love these kinds of Endlers. And then in this tank you've got a few more assorted guppies. Some females with these red tails. And then beside that, even more guppies. So if you're a guppy fan, you can come down here to check out some of the guppies that 181 Aquarium carry. And then here you've got some assorted angelfish, some platinum ones, some albinos, some striped ones. Look at this. This guy looks like a cow. And then the tank beside, you've got a few more assorted ones. And down below, you've got some of these juvenile blue angelfish, as well as some zebras, I think they are, or just striped ones. Look at them. They all want their food. And then over here, you've got some glass catfish. These were one of my very first fish as well. And they did pretty well. And then down here you've got this puffer fish hiding in the corner. I'm not too sure what that is. Congo puffer or what is it? Something. I have no idea. And then over here you've got some Congo tetras, as well as some of these Jack Dempseys, I think. And then in the tank beside you've got a whole bunch of African cichlids. Man, it kind of looks overstocked, but I guess that's how it is. Look at this guy. Yeah, well, at least they're all surviving there. Not so sure what to say of that, but then back there you've got some fighting fish, some of the bettas. Really nice looking. This guy is my favorite so far. So far, everything that's in here, this guy is the one that I think looks the coolest. Look at that. Shall we let him have a little battle session with this guy? Man, check that out. That is crazy beautiful. Man, this guy too though. This guy over here, he's got some nice finish. Alright, let's put this thing back. Let's take a look at another one. This guy has some really cool orange. Take a look. Man, beautiful. Beautiful. And you can see the prices are written on the tanks. So yeah, that's the guppy section. And I forgot to show you this guy. This guy is really cool. This is a junior giant here. I'm not so sure if that means he's gonna become a giant or whatever, but take a look at this. Man, this guy is gorgeous. $40 for this guy. So yeah, this is the beta section, as I just said, and up there are all these little tanks that I'm not a huge fan of. You can see a lot of places sell stuff like this, so I guess that's normal, but I wouldn't get something like that. And yeah, more tanks up there. You've got plastic tanks as well. All the filters up there, we'll take a look later. And then you've got a whole bunch of lights, so many different kinds. You've got fluval, you've got some of these T5s. I've got one of this for my planted tank at home. You've got all the tubes. So yeah, and there's more lights up front. But we'll take a look at this section now. So here you've got some angelfish, as well as rainbow fish, and you've got some goldfish. And I think there's a discus here too. Yeah. Sorry about the reflection. And then in the tank beside, kind of similar, you've got some goldfish, some Joaquin goldfish, and I'm not so sure. Black ranchus. Yeah, some people here like black ranchus. They're really cute. Alright, and moving down below, you've got a whole bunch of parrotfish. Look at these parrotfish. They're so bright and they look really hungry. Let me put my hand above. Look at them. Ready for food. And you can see two really big size African cichlids here. Man, this guy's beautiful. I think this guy's called a dragon blood or something. I'm not too sure. This guy may be an OB. Man, I love African cichlids. And in this tank you've got some pearl gouramis as well as some of these blue ones. Nice. And down below, this tank is not divided, so it's just one big 4-foot tank. And you can see that there's some koi as well as goldfish. And a few stingrays in here. These are Motoro stingrays. Look at that. And then we'll move on to the next section. Sorry if it's a little bit fast, if I'm moving the camera fast, but it's kind of narrow back here. So you've got some angelfish. I think this is a pearl scale. You've got some albinos back there. Really nice. Look at this. Here's a pearl scale albino. You can tell by the red eyes. This one here I think is just a normal one. And then beside that you've got some bichers. These are the Endley cherry bichers. Take a look at this guy. This guy here doesn't have an eye. He has an eye on one side, you can see there, but he's missing one. And down below, you've got some angelfish. You've got some longfin angelfish, as well as some of these koi angelfish. Really good looking. And over here, I'm not too sure what these fish are called. I thought they were Bolivian rams, but the owner of the store told me they're not, and they should be something else, but I don't think he knows the name of them too. So if you guys know what these are, let me know in the comments down below. Let us know in the comments down below. Alright, and now we'll move on to some plants. You can see this tank is full of plants. Yeah, just take a look at the plants. I don't know the name of every single plant. It would be nice if they can put them in rows and put like a name of the plant here. Kind of like aquarium co-op, but over here you've got more plants. Take a look at this Anubias tree and a moss tree as well. Really nice. Over here as well, you've got more plants. You can see the water flow. Alright, let's go up. This tank is like where all the cheap plants are. You can see a lot of them are gone now. A few days ago I came here to get some plants and this part was full of $1 plants. You can see some kabomba here. Some of this, I'm not too sure what this is called, like Elodia or something, some weed or something. Really fast growing plant. What else is there? I think these are Ludwigia repens. I'm not too sure. This one here is $3. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's also Singapore price, so in US dollars it will be a little bit cheaper than what it actually is. Up here you've got some nice plants as well. Sorry it's a little bit dark. You've got some nice show quality guppies. I think these are competition grade swordtail guppies. Look at that. Look at the swordtail on this guppy, man. And then there's a female as well. So we just checked out this section over here, and you can see there are the 5 tanks which you can choose your plants from, and they're all really well priced. They're not too expensive. Most of them are pretty cheap plants, so that's really good. And then up here you've got some cups of plants like Anubias Golden Nana. You've got the Anubias Coin, which is like a round type, a really nice plant. And then you've got more Nana. You've got some of this Petite. I'm not too sure what this is. If you can read that, definitely comment it down below. What else? You've got some Anubias Minima, also known as the Glabra. Then Coffeefolia, which is my favorite. I've got a bunch of that at home. And what else? So a whole bunch of plants, and sometimes they even have Bucephalandra. They actually have one right here, as well as moss like this. This is Java moss right here, and they also have Bulbitis. And then up here you've got some of these plants in bags like this. This is hornwort, going for $1. You've got floating plants, water lettuce here. You've got Marimo moss balls, and then you even have this mini Marimo moss balls. That's cool. And then if you want, you can go for your plastic plants, but I'm not a huge fan of those. If you keep plastic plants, definitely I recommend you should try keeping some easy to care for plants or cheap plants. Usually cheap plants are easy to care for, and it's good. It's really good for your aquarium to have plants in it. Alright, so we just took a look at this side of the store. Now let's go and take a look at this side over here. But before that, we'll take a look at this middle section right there. So sitting on top of the aqua sky lights of this tank is this thing that the owner of the store made, and it's driftwood attached, glued on to some of this lava rock, and this thing would look really good in a nano tank. Just put it in the middle or something like that and attach some moss or Anubias Nana Petite on it. It'll look really nice, and you can see there's different types, and you can do that yourself as well if you want. And then up above there are different sizes of nets. There's this small net which can be extended. Yeah, good for using with shrimp and nano fish. Then you've got all your CO2 equipment up there, and you've got your aquascaping tools like these tweezers and scissors, and up there as well. And then we come on to the side. So over here there's a lot of fish food. Up there you've got all this koi food, you've got some arowana food as well, and then you've got a bunch of hikari things here. Hikari products, all the goldfish food, cichlid foods, turtle stuff for your crabs, your bottom dwellers, and shrimp. You've got some shrimp wood as well. And then you've got a freezer here, which is where he stores his frozen foods like bloodworms, brine shrimp, and daphnia. And then here you've got some air stones. You've got this type, and you've got some of this ceramic type, I think. And then you've got different shape ones. You've got the plastic ones. And here are these feeding cups. It's where you put tubifex worms and stuff like that, and the fish will try to pick them out. So yeah. So then over here you've got some fish food. You've got flower horn stuff, goldfish, arowana, cichlids. And this stuff right here, this is similar to the Sarah Onip tabs, except they're made by JBL, and you stick them onto your aquarium glass and then the fish will peck at it. And then here you've got Ichiryu food. I use this for my fish, and my fish seem to really like this, and this thing smells really nice as well. I haven't tried it myself yet though. Probably will someday. And then down below you've got some turtle foods as well. And then moving on, you come to some medications. Over here you've got a bunch of different medications for different fish. You've got your API products, water conditioner as well. You always need water conditioner for your tanks unless you're using an RODI filter. All the medication, you've got liquid fertilizers for your plants to let them grow better. Then you come over to pumps. Here's a Voltron pump. There's different sizes. These are air pumps, by the way. Then you've got your internal filters. You've got your submersible pumps. And then up above you've got some overhead filtration systems like the one up there. And then you've got canister filters, internal filters, you've got food timers, you've got hang-on bag filters like this. And then you've got your filter media down below. This thing right here is really popular. Eheim Substrat Pro. That's a popular one as well. And then you've got stuff like this, ceramic rings. So almost everything you need. Look, they even have pond lights. And then over here, you've got even more lights, light tubes and LED lights and stuff like that. And then here you've got sticker paper. In Singapore, sticker paper is really common. You see these tanks, they're mostly blue. There's one tank that has a black color background. It's this stuff. This is a blue sticker paper. And then here's a black one right here. You've got light blue as well. And then you even have red color, which is kind of hard for me to show you right now. It's down there. That's the red color one. And in the US, I hear that most people like to paint the backgrounds of their tanks, but here we just use sticker paper. And then you've got some accessories, stuff like that over here. And then here you've got your magnet cleaners, you've got filter cartridges, you've got your heaters with different sizes. Over here you've got some ornaments, some stuff, decoration that you can put in your tanks. You've got some master test kits here. I recommend you get one of these if you're really serious about fish keeping. And then you've got your aquarium nets up above, different sizes, some more sturdy and solid ones as well. And then you've got a few more mini nets here that are extendable. See, this is what it looks like when you extend it. And then you can keep it again. It's a more compact size. So yeah, if you stay in Singapore, definitely check this place out. It's at block 233 Ang Mo Kio Avenue 3, 181 Aquarium. And if you're new to this channel, definitely consider hitting the red subscribe button down below. It's totally free, and I will see you next time. So check this out. While I was filming, the fish store actually stocked up on the mealworms. So over here, you can see the mealworms are now fully stocked up, and now I can go and feed those to my arowana. I'll see you next time.